Hello, I'm Tim Krul. Welcome to Norwich City Central.
Hello everybody, Lewis, Norwich City Central, and what a crazy game that was. Norwich City far from their best, but at the end of the day, the most important thing is the 3 points, and I'm delighted we got it. Jordan Hugill, you absolute beauty. As I said, Norwich City far from their best. It was a really entertaining game. Rotherham, who many people think will kind of finish towards the bottom of the Championship, put in a really good effort, and it was a really tough game. But Norwich City scored a 95th minute penalty from Jordan Hugill after Emi Buendia was tripped in the box. A massive victory. That is a really important victory. I think question marks were going to be asked of Daniel Farke if we lost this game, and some would argue it is papering over the cracks, because Norwich City were far from at their best. But most importantly, 3 points. Delighted we got it, and Jordan Hugill with his first Norwich City goal. And what a brilliant penalty it was after our penalty struggles in our last game. Love to hear your thoughts down below in the comment section on this win. Rotherham 1, Norwich City 2. A really important Norwich City victory, and let's hope that is kind of a turning point now in our season. Games against Birmingham and Wycombe at home to come up. Let's hope Norwich City can build on this now. We start to see a little bit more identity with our football, and we can go from there. Because today, we started Jordan Hugill up front, and we decided to put in very few crosses until the end, which was very strange. And I felt like the identity's not quite there yet, but at least we got the win. Let's talk about the game. And from the very start, Norwich City were pretty much 1-0 down. Some terrible defending. And then in the 4th minute, Rotherham sweep home the ball. And Norwich City really struggled to get to grips with Rotherham. As I said, Paul warns Rotherham. No disrespect to Rotherham, but Norwich City should be beating them comfortably. And no Championship game is easy, but we still should be beating them comfortably. Many people tip Rotherham to be towards the bottom, if not in the relegation places. And the huge turning point in the game happened in the 20th minute. Adam Eder tripping the Rotherham player down in the box, and after scoring a goal, the Rotherham player had a chance to make it 2-0 from the spot, and a vital save from Tim Krul there, because if you go 2-0 down after 20 minutes, that's when the heads can turn. And in my opinion, I'm not sure Norwich City would have gone on to win this game if that penalty went in. So a brilliant penalty save from Tim Krul, absolutely vital. And question marks still need to be asked of this Norwich City defending, because it's not good enough. We've tried so many different centre-back partnerships and it's never really worked out. Is that because of our coaching style and Daniel Farke? Possibly. But there's some really terrible defending in this game, and Rotherham will feel like they should have scored more than the one goal they did. Norwich City, in terms of the first half, didn't really create too many clear-cut chances. Had a couple of good chances. Stupidman forcing a good save from Blackman. And I think Adam Eder had a chance which went just wide at the post. But Norwich City were 1-0 down at the break, and they probably deserved to as well. Rotherham could have easily made it 2-0. And what was most disappointing from this game, in my opinion, kind of particularly from the first 60-70 minutes, is we start Jordan Hugill up front. Norwich City put in so many crosses against Derby and Bournemouth 1-0 losses to Pukki, and Pukki's style and Pukki's weakness is heading. So why are we trying to put in crosses? I don't know. We are so good in the Championship from overloading the middle of the pitch and playing through balls into Pukki. So he was playing a game style which didn't work. And in this game, you have that big lad, Jordan Hugill, up front, and we didn't put no crosses in until the 70th minute. It was bizarre strategy. And Norwich City don't quite have that identity under Daniel Farke yet. But what they do have, I think, is a bit of grit and a bit of character, as we saw today. But in the second half, Norwich City yet again far from their best. The passing was starting to get a little bit more fluid, but Norwich City didn't really create a shot at opening until the goal in the 67th minute. Really poor from Norwich City. And Rotherham had some really good chances as well. But Norwich City do finally get the goal, and as I said, really poor up until that point. But Buendia, nice ball into Stupidman, out wide to Max Aarons, and Max Aarons with a brilliant cross in. Jordan Hugill's going to get on the end of it, but the Rotherham centre-back decides to stick it into his own net, and it's 1-1. And look at Jamal Lewis doing really well at Newcastle. Ben Godfrey, who's gone on and played 60 minutes in the Merseyside derby against Liverpool and was great at right back. And Max Aarons didn't get his dream move. He's stuck at Norwich City in the Championship. Didn't get his dream move to Barca or Bayern Munich. But for me, you can tell Max Aarons is he's probably been our best player this season so far. Was absolutely brilliant in terms of putting that cross in, and Norwich City make it 1-1. And look, in terms of the transfer window, I'm sure I can make a video on it. I'm sure we get into it, but the transfer window wasn't really. It was really successful. Of course, keeping Emi Buendia, Todd Cantwell, and Max Aarons, and I'd probably give it an 8 or 9 out of 10. It was brilliant, but The one thing I feel like we got wrong, which is absolutely bonkers, is only having 3 centre-backs. We had a massive injury crisis in the Premier League with 4 centre-backs, and now we're going in with 3 centre-backs, and we're going into the season with 1 left-back, and our left-back cover is also a centre-back. It's absolutely bonkers, and to rely on Teti or Sorensen to play at centre-back is not on, particularly when we had Famemo, Rocky Bashiri, Sean Raggett still on the books, and we've let them all go. So yeah, the transfer window was absolutely brilliant, and Stuart Webber's back. Daniel Farke is giving him the gun. Daniel Farke has now got to fire, but if we do get a centre-back injury, then I do feel a bit sorry for Farke, but there are really no excuses at this stage. But Norwich City make it 1-1, deserved. Well, it wasn't really deserved, to be fair. That's a bit of a lie. And Rotherham had some brilliant chances to make it 2-1. Let me take back that deserved comment. We definitely didn't really deserve it. Yeah, Rotherham had some really good chances. A ball comes in, I think, to Robertson, and it's one of the misses of the season. Norwich City really should have gone 2-1 down. Some more terrible defending from Norwich. And again, as well, from a corner, I think it was blocked on the line. I think it was by Tim Krul, but it was a real scramble. And Norwich City defending, it was scramble, it was chaotic, and it wasn't good enough. And yeah, really, really poor. But then from the 80th minute onwards, Norwich City worked some good opportunities, got into some more dangerous areas. Rotherham decided to sit back more. And then in the 94th minute, Emi Buendia, who had quite a quiet game, nice bit of trickery in the box, gets taken down by the Rotherham defender, and Norwich City have a 95th minute penalty, pretty much the last kick of the game. There's a bit of confusion who to take it. Is it Jordan Hugill? Is it Emi Buendia? I think Timo Pukki decided to sit back on his sunbed and say, I don't want any more pressure. But Jordan Hugill takes it, the last kick of the game, and a brilliant penalty as well. Get in there, Jordan Hugill. Really, really great to see Jordan Hugill open his Norwich City account, and a really, really important goal for his confidence, but the confidence for the whole team as well, because, as I said, if Norwich City lost this game, which they easily could have, I think a fair reflection on this game would have actually been a draw, not a Norwich City win. Then you know, it would hurt the confidence of the team. But Norwich City kept going, and Jordan Hugill, as I said, got the penalty. And that was pretty much the last kick of the game, although Rotherham did hoof the ball forward, and Max Aarons almost handled the ball in the box. So yeah, it was far from convincing for Norwich. Some would argue it papers over the craps. I keep saying craps. Paper over the cracks. There was a bit of a lack of identity at times as well, but the most important thing in football is always the 3 points. So going forward now, what I'd like to see from Norwich City, I'd like to see Jordan Hugill continue to play. I thought he was really, really good. But I'd like to see a bit more identity come as well, and then, you know, try and play the Norwich way. I thought Stupinman had a decent game. Oliver Skipp was great as well. I forgot to say, of course, Rotherham went down to 10 men in the 75th minute. A woeful challenge from the Rotherham midfielder, and it was definitely a red card. And yeah, if Rotherham had 11 men on the pitch, maybe Norwich City don't go on to win it. But yeah, for 20 minutes against 10-man Rotherham, Norwich City have to go and win that game. And yeah, a terrible challenge, and Rotherham deserved to go down to 10 men. And apart from that, that was the pick of the bunks. Max Aarons and Jordan Hugill probably the best two. But the most important thing is the 3 points, and I'm delighted. And let's hope against Birmingham and Wycombe we can smash a few goals in and get a few wins and get the confidence going again, because I think we need that at Norwich City Football Club. Thanks for watching this video. Rotherham 1, Norwich City 2. Jordan Hugill with a last-minute winner. Thanks for watching on the Ball City, and I'll see you later.